What is up, everyone? What's up, T-Bone?
What's up?
So today is an E36 day, which is fantastic because we haven't touched the car in a long time, right? So this car is a turbo S50, fully built, made a bunch of power and pump gas, clutch slipped, never retuned it on ethanol, and it could produce even more power. I've been dying to find out how much, but my clutch failed, right? Boom, single mass clutch. I don't even know where it came from, what brand it is. It actually came with a swap that I had, and it held up for a little bit. It held up on the dyno.
Man, not so much on the highway though.
We needed a new clutch, and at 500 to 600 horsepower alone on pump gas, that puts us in twin disc territory. And so, well, we finally got a damn twin disc. Ooh, look at it. Look at it, dude. A big twin disc guy now.
I think they're not as bad as people think.
For sure, for sure. I like twin discs because they're predictable, and well, let's talk about it, right? So take this, Tony. So twin disc versus a single mass disc, right? This is usually the clutch that you guys see on the road, right? It's more common because sub 500 horsepower, sub 600 horsepower, this is the more affordable, more streetable, friendly option, right? So the three things that really affect the strength of a clutch is surface area, clamping force, and material of the disc, right? Of the actual clutch itself. Damn, that thing smoked. Okay, so with a twin disc, you're adding a lot more surface area for bite, right? So now you're no longer relying on so much clamping force and just the compound itself, right? Boom, easy package. Downfalls of twin disc, they're very expensive. And two, they can be a little bit more rough for the drive. I like driving a twin disc. I think it's very streetable. I think it's a lot more predictable. Given like a stage 2 single mass, it's a lot more difficult, right? We got this from Drift HQ, of course. They're our go-to spots for parts. And well, today we're gonna install it, get this all back together, and hopefully turn the boost up on ethanol, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the plan.
It's been a long time coming, so let's get to it. Flywheel, you wouldn't notice, right? Just looks like a typical single mass flywheel. Same process.
Cool though. Friction plate, replaceable.
Oh yeah, full serviceable clutch.
Yep.
Love that. This clutch is rated for 770 foot-pounds of torque, which I think that'll be manageable. Take this. All right, same process. Ooh, that's a lot. It's a little bit of Loctite, torque to spec. Right, B?
That's the ticket.
I can't wait to turn the boost up on this thing. Gotta get this thing off pump gas, this poor car.
It's just gonna spin the tires more.
Yeah.
No, but it's way more gripped up now. After the alignment and the overs and the new tires.
Well, it's got shit tires on it. I bought cheap tires just for fitment on it. Put some radials on this bitch.
Yeah, I don't know if we need that. They make some pretty impressive street tires these days.
You got that, T-Bone?
I'm gonna try.
Or you just do this?
No, we don't have it.
He goes, oh, we don't have it. You got that crank?
Nope, I don't have it.
Big Steve!
Dude, I gotta go back to work.
Love that. All right, let's fumble a bunch of clutch discs.
Make sure you clean your friction disc or your flywheel.
That's good.
All right, right there. Torque the spec. Torqued up, Steve, that's it. Cool. Just like every other clutch install. Ready? Oh, I was hoping it'd make a nice. How much power do you think this thing can make? You just keep making power until you find yourself limited by something, right? We made some power, we got limited by the clutch.
Yeah.
Time to turn the boost up and see what limits us next. Maybe the turbo, maybe the rods.
What kind of turbos on here? G series?
62, 66 precision. I wish it was a G series.
No G series?
Oof, Steve.
Steve, don't talk to me that
Don't talk
nicely.
to me.
And got a G series.
And got a G series. Look at him. Acting different ever since.
G series, Steve?
G-Series good.
I mean, I want to make 7 on this thing. Just because, why not? You think the turbo could do it? We're going to find out. No,
Talking torque.
I think we can make it.
Talking Torque, the name of T-Bone's new mixtape.
Talking torque.
That's kind of hard, right?
So we have a special throw bearing specifically for the twin disc, so yeah, don't mess that up. Boom. Replaced.
You like working on beams, Jim?
Dude, a lot of people I mean, at least this generation's real easy.
Yeah.
There's some things about it that kind of suck.
Yeah.
Like, headers or something. Transmission-wise, look how small this thing is.
Yeah. Compared to like the Jay-Z joint.
Yep.
Yeah. Think of the Jay-Z Trans or
Yeah.
CD09, double the length. This is a concealed unit, so the fluid's in it. We never had to drain fluid. Love
Nope.
that. Now look at this. Watch. Ready? T-Bone. Look at this.
Look at that.
T-Bone's got it.
Look at him, black gloved up.
Heavy, but
There you go.
This is it. That's how we do it.
Engage Viking power.
Where is that pilot bearing?
that's in.
It's in. That's it. All right.
Nice.
I mean, it's in. Look at that.
Yeah.
Love that.
I've seen you guys struggle with some.
Certain transmissions for sure.
The S15, I was gonna say the Nismo joint.
Dude, that was a trial of life, that S15 trans.
Yeah.
Small mans.
Small man's. Big power.
To be honest, E36 probably one of the easiest transmissions to ever take out. The cheat code is just get a real long extension.
Extendo, extendo, extendo.
And hit it from the back.
Big old extension.
Is that tight?
Yep.
Tone not included.
Rotate that bitch. Keep going. I'm excited, but I'm nervous to see what's gonna break next. I want to push this car. You know, let's break it, order a part, wait 3 months for the part, put it in, repeat.
Everything's great.
Everything's great. Last piece of the puzzle, our exhaust, our beautiful exhaust that Justin from Wallingford actually killed it on. So this is only a 3-inch exhaust, so this might be like the next restriction, right? Probably flow it, just not efficiently, but you good there?
I'm gonna wait for you.
Yeah, you're good, you got that.
Might be holding back some horse puppies.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of power for a 3-inch exhaust. See how this clutch feels real quick. She's a little heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a heavy clutch. See, this is what sucks. BMWs, the E36s, they have plastic clutch pedals. So if you have a stiff clutch, it feels gross because you just feel the plastic like, yeah. I know they make a metal version for the left-hand drive. If someone makes a metal clutch pedal for a right-hand drive E36, because they are different. We went through all of this before.
Holler.
Let me know, because plastic clutch sucks. It's a good car.
Everything's great.
All right, I'll take it. You hear that?
Yeah.
Love that noise. You know, you know.
If you know,
If
you know.
you pull up to the meet and you hear
I
someone
don't.
with that noise, you're like, okay.
I see you. It's one of those.
My laptop.
Ooh.
I stalled it. This thing's so fast, dude. All right, let's go see if the clutch is gonna spin in second or third. This thing's silly. Towards the end of the clutch, it was slipping in second, but usually it didn't slip till third. So let's see, ready? Second gear. Just blow. And holy shit, this car's fast.
Yeah.
You know what I think it's ready for? More boost. It's definitely got some juice left in her,
Oh yeah.
and I'm ready to squeeze it out. Honestly, I might have turned the boost down when the clutch was slipping, so it might be making less than 550.
Yep.
Let's figure what it's making right now, and go from there. Let's see what it makes. Okay.
Damn.
Made 519. It was a really fast run time. I might use 5th gear, but how much boost do you think it was making, T-Bone? 10 PSI?
No fucking way. 10?
Yeah. It gets to 11.
11. Yeah, big whoop-de-doo.
It's a lot of power. I mean,
Yeah, for 10 pounds.
yeah, it's a bigger turbo, and it's a 3.0. It's a big engine. And these heads flow, T-Bone. We've been
Yeah.
doing JZ shit and RB shit. These heads
Different.
flow. You ever seen the ports on them? They're like this.
Look at that.
They're like this, that big. That's how big the head ports are. So cool. Wow. Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
interesting.
Be gone, pump gas. We don't want you no more.
It be pumping.
So this isn't any fancy race ethanol. This is just pump ethanol. Nothing crazy.
See,
But it's honest work. I used some pump ethanol my buddy brought me this weekend, and it looks like the content wasn't that high. We're stuck at E55.
really?
Damn, we got 10 gallons of E55 in this bitch right now. Okay, technically at like E60, you get the majority benefits of running ethanol. It just sucks when you're doing your whole blending tables, right? So let's just run it. Fuck it. So let's do a hit, same boost, same ignition timing. Fueling should be close enough. I just did a quick little pass through and see how much power it picked up just from being on E56. No wonder why it read so high before. How did we not notice this? The load current was off. That makes so much sense. It was not making 500 horsepower before. Damn, that's embarrassing.
So it's on now.
Oh my god, how did we not notice that the load? I thought my brake was just being funny because it does that sometimes. It was just off. So I don't know how much power I was making before putting ethanol, but whatever. Still making good power though.
Yeah, 478.
478, 500 foot-pounds of torque. Helps to have the damn dyno brake on. 478, and probably before we put it on E55, it was probably making 465, right?
Yeah.
So I just texted Kenny. It looks like he has a barrel of X98, so let's go scoop that. Try to get the ethanol content up a little bit more, and then send it to the moon. You gotta bump these numbers up, T-Bone.
Couple percentage at a time.
Let's see what we're at right now. E75.
Stable.
Stable. The time has finally come to finally lean on this thing, right? So when we're putting on ethanol, though you do gain power from just getting on ethanol itself, right? Real power comes is being able to lean on your setup a little bit harder because of ethanol. Ethanol, unlike pump gas, it's extremely hard, almost impossible to actually pre-detonate on, which is one of the major destruction points of a setup, right? Because once you get to a certain power level, pump gas will start to pre-detonate and it'll start just blowing your shit apart. So on ethanol, we can lean on it and we can actually figure out where we can max out our components, right? If it's maybe our internal strength or our fuel system or our turbo or maybe even our transmission, right? Something like, so now we can get to that next leveling point. So the internal should be good up to 750, 800. The turbo, we're gonna find out. Fuel system, we're gonna find out. So
the clutch should be good now. That was the last.
The clutch should be, yeah, the clutch was the big one.
Yep.
And then another major thing is our exhaust, right? So our exhaust is only 3 inches, so there's gonna be a decent amount of back pressure in it once we get up to the bigger numbers.
Yep.
So we have to be very careful with our wideband readings because we could actually be distorted. So I have my dyno wideband in as a secondary reference in the tailpipe where there's less pressure, and we're gonna use the two to kind of get this thing tuned up. So how much power should I stop at?
How much power or how much torque? I see your torque is hitting already. Silly.
Yep.
Power? I don't know, I'd say close to 7 if it'll do it on the turbo.
Let's just turn the boost up a lot right now and see what happens.
Wait, you're saying for right now?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I was saying at the end of the session, but hey,
We're
fuck it,
talking
turn it
real
up.
time, Bri.
We're getting after it.
This thing is built, baby.
Makes so much torque, dude.
It's a torque monster.
Was that torque correct that I just read?
Yeah.
597 horsepower and 630 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
Look at that curve. Go, try. Go show them that curve.
Dude, this thing is I mean, look at the torque come in, right? And then the horsepower just keeps going.
Yeah.
It falls off at like 47.
Okay. You can make this work.
Oh my goodness. I love hearing like the sound change when you start turning the boost up and leaning on it. You could tell when a motor's about to make some power. You know what I mean? You could just hear it.
Let's see. I can't let Brian go back to work disappointed.
You already made 630 foot-pounds. That's pretty good.
Let's see what this does for us. Proper. So look how I brought the power up.
We're looking at the teal line. So you see how the power came up to here and started dropping off in the green line? And then in the second pull he just did, he kind of added more boost up in here, this range. And it even helped out the torque a lot. I mean, this curve is starting to look exactly like what you want to see. You want to see the horsepower catch up to the torque and then keep it going. This car with this exhaust has always been pretty quiet, even with a lot of power. It's loud now. It's loud now.
Yeah, there's some air flowing through that.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
So we're gonna.
Hey, we got to get an exhaust clip on this next one.
Yep.
That sounds nasty.
Fueling system is having a hard time keeping up. It's probably just because it's single pump on small lines. We'll try it right here. I might have to lift on this one, but we're gonna find out. Close. Yeah, we're done. That's all my fuel system.
Yep.
That's it. That's all we got.
Damn it.
I wanted 7.
I wanted to feel 7.
Look at the curve though now.
Look at the curve, hold on. And I haven't even touched timing yet. But we could probably another maybe 20 horsepower in timing alone on that.
He said 24 pounds before, but
23, 24, I think he was.
yeah, he did it. He did it.
And I'm using more aggressive dyno settings than I use on Tommy and Dustin's car, so I want to hear it, all right? So check this thing out, right? So this was the last curve right here. And that's a nice power curve, right? Torque, you want to get as flat as possible, so then your power curve is a nice progression, right? So that one made 668 horsepower and 658 foot-pounds of torque. This thing has no shortage of torque.
Nope.
That is crazy. The only thing that kind of sucks is this turbo's a little
Doggy.
boring. I mean, look at it, look at it. Nothing. I mean, this is 200 horsepower and it just kicks you in the face at 600 and something, right? So it is a precision 6266 journal bearing. It's just a little doggy on this engine. G series would definitely take this power curve right here and move it down, which would be really nice. Maybe even getting a ball bearing turbo on it would be nice. So that's the next upgrade. But right now, we are done. Fuel system is maxed out. We might have to throw this on Derek's mainline just so I could prove to you guys that it's making that much. That's ridiculous. I mean, I wish I could take it off and go drive it, but it'll be useless right now. Wow. Okay, so what we need now is we probably need bigger fuel lines. 516 stock lines all in it. It's a -6. If I want to go more horsepower, I probably need -8 at least.
From the pump.
From the pump. And probably go dual pump at that point too. 668 horsepower. Crazy. All right, we're gonna take it for a test drive, but it's wet out because it just rained, so we're gonna set it for tomorrow. So it's actually, it tries to grip up something on the highway, whatever. All right, so 668, something like that, right? We ran out of fuel system pretty bad. We probably ran out of fuel system at like 600. Well, I kind of leaned down a little bit, so. I want 7.
7 bad.
But I don't need 7, right? So hear me out, right? What I've realized about this setup is I kind of want a smaller turbo. It'll make all the peak power if I had the fuel system, right?
G series?
Numbers. But it doesn't come in hard enough. To me, I would much rather have a harder hitting like 450, 500 for a street car than this crazy hit of, I don't know, let's say 700, right? I think I'm gonna order a turbo now, maybe a 62, maybe a 5862 or 5858, something a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And slap it on and see how that works. But in the meantime, we're gonna rock it, right? We're gonna order a turbo. It'll take probably 4 months to come in.
Yep.
And then we'll put it on, everything will be good. But the engine loved it.
Yep.
Everything looked great. Engine sounded great, right?
Up.
It opened up a little
It
bit.
did. The exhaust was different.
I love that. When you finally hit that transition part of when like boost changes the tone of an engine, gotta get there. So, but we got some stuff to do today. We got some big news to talk about next video. It'll be good. And then we'll go from there. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. T-Bone.
Have a good day.